Tyler's Barbecue in Amarillo, Texas for some Texas barbecue. Let's go check it out. This is a good setup. I'm gonna have the meat sweats tonight for sure. Texas barbecue, you gotta start with the brisket here. And I can already tell it's gonna be good because it's falling apart. I can't even pick it up. That is good. The fat on it's so juicy. Nice peppery bark to it.
The briskets we cook, normally we'll put them on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll close the doors. I'll stoke the fire about 7 o'clock, and then I'll come back in the middle of the night, put some more wood on it. 6 o'clock in the morning, somebody's got to put some more wood on. Sometimes
You come here in the middle of the night every night?
Every night.
We got a piece of the butt here. Look at that guy. Look at all that bark. Sauce it up. Oh yeah. That char is so good. How many like briskets and sausages a day do you use?
So like for today, I think we cooked 325 pounds, and I think it was 31 briskets or something. 30. The briskets I use are a little smaller, and what they are is they pack up all the meat about 45 miles away from here. We're in Amarillo, so Hereford's about 45 miles away.
Okay.
And I use one of the smaller packers, and so they are selling steaks for cows that are like 900 to 1,000 pounds, so they're a little smaller. But they get a better yield out of those steaks. They can sell them for more dollars a pound because they're more usable. They're smaller. They're not such a big, heavy steak.
Okay.
And so that makes they're doing it all about the steak, but that makes the briskets a little smaller. And so we were talking about some of the other barbecue places like Cherry and Snows. He actually uses really small briskets. He picks through them because the smaller briskets actually yield better.
Okay.
So for more pounds I buy, I can serve more of it.
Gotcha.
So that's
Okay.
like, we're all in business to make money, and it's all about how much what your yield is.
We've got a couple types of sausage here. This is the jalapeno cheddar sausage. Wow. That is good. Here's the chili cheese sausage here. Wow. Look at those taste just like chili.
I know.
How the heck does he do that? I guess he just makes chili and then
Oh, look how cheesy that is.
all that cheese and the jalapeno cheddar.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
We've got a really small crew, so I have 12 people that work for me, and I think 6 of them have worked for me almost 10 years.
Wow.
So we have
Much
a
since you started.
longevity of people that just stay.
Yeah.
And everybody in the Panhandle has a really good work ethic. So for other restaurants this size, their staffs are always twice the size of mine. So if I go to another barbecue place and they're the same size, same volume, they'll have 20 people.
Gotcha, yeah.
And the difference there is I will pay them overtime. If they're working, and they're really working, and we need them to work, great. Work, get paid.
Nice, yeah. We got a rib. Look at that. Those are juicy. These are good.
Like a lot of times we do sell out of food. And so it's kind of weird when people are like, well, we were going to go, but you're sold out. So you can, for your guys, if they're traveling through, if they're thinking barbecue at 12 o'clock, look at the menu online, guess at what you want, and we'll save it for you.
Nice, okay.
Now, we won't save it for you past closing time. 'Cause,
Right.
We got to go home and clean up too. But, I traveled enough. The job I had before I moved home and opened the barbecue, I worked for a guy with an 18-wheeler barbecue grill for 5 years. So I traveled, we were gone 105 days the first summer.
Wow.
So I've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
I stayed in hotels a lot. So if those people are thinking barbecue early, so are we.
We got the beans here. Pinto beans. Sorry for that slurp. That was gross. These are good. Nice little kick to them. Very peppery. Just the right amount of heat.
A lot of times in a restaurant, some restaurants you can do things, but like if you're in a hamburger place, you don't cook your inventory until the customers order. Here, you cook it ahead of time. So a lot of times we'll have extra. And so what I do with my extra, like the briskets, not a big deal. We can chop them up. We use the bean meat. We use it for bean meat. That way we've got a place for it to go. Pulled pork and chicken during the winter we'll make a green chili stew. But ribs, there's not really a whole lot you can do with ribs. So I take them down to Fire Station 5 and Fire Station 9. Or we've got a homeless shelter here. I used to take them to the Presbyterian Children's Home, but I got tired of barking. That's what I do with them.
Gotcha. I'm sure they'd still be happy with it there now.
Maybe. The firemen seem to love it.
Yeah.
They actually brought me a Station 9 shirt the other day.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, if anything ever happens here, I'm sure they'll be right here.
I live pretty close to it. I can actually beat the truck here.
The jalapeno cream corn. This looks really good. It's like elote. Reminds me of the brisket elote cup at Panther City Barbecue. You've been there? Everything here is so good. This guy knows what he's doing.
Number one seller here is the chopped brisket sandwich. We sell more of that than everything else.
Really? Okay.
A lot of barbecue places, the chopped brisket is actually leftover from the day before. So they'll take the brisket, they'll chop it up, they'll warm it up because it's got enough fat in there to be durable for it to be warmed back up.
Okay.
Here, that's the primary thing we sell. So we just actually work one brisket at a time so we can chop and slice it. We work it from both ends so that at the end of it, we just have moist brisket left on it.
Nice. You get more sauce.
You get more sauce on there, and it's got to have the right balance of fat and heat. You want the fat to be completely rendered down where you're not having a gristle sandwich. You just want it to be moist.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because a lot of it just drips away.
Okay. This is the banana pudding. Everything's homemade, including the cookies. Are the bananas grown here?
I believe they came from South America.
Okay, gotcha. Bananas are
You get them at the
imported.
grocery store daily. That way they're fresh. If I buy them by the case, they don't last long.
Nice. Okay. All right. Banana pudding here.
It's got a lot of cream cheese in there.
That's why.
That's why it's so
Okay.
silky. It's actually a quality recipe.
Really? Perfect.
Okay. I've never had banana pudding with fresh cookies in it. That extra crunch that's like still soft.
Yeah, that's good. It's much better than vanilla.
That's so good.
Like
Fantastic.
I actually own 4 of these, but I have 3 of them on site and 1 of them on a trailer that I travel with.
Okay.
These actually are all made in Mesquite. Clean them once a week. That's why they're all kind of shut down and cooling off right now. They cook very evenly. And so with the firebox down here, one of the cool things about this, it's got like 3.5 inches of refractory all the way around, which is what they use in commercial ovens.
Okay.
When you look way down in there, you can see the flue. So the flue actually has a reverse flow inside of it, so it arrests any sparks, so you don't have hot sparks blowing into your greasy stuff that comes out of the biscuits. Most of the
big smoker oven.
right. So it's like a convection oven. The noise that you hear, it's got a convection fan, so you can put your hand right there and feel. You can feel how that air is coming out of there.
Oh yeah.
So what that really does, like when you see one of those 1,000-gallon propane tanks, this will hold about as much as those, and they're about the size of all of those. You stack the meat in there very close.
Yeah.
So each one of these, you could load up to 50 briskets in here. Normally, I don't load over 40 on one, just because it's so much moisture in the air when it's cooking, and it doesn't allow it to cook as evenly.
Okay.
So if you do load up like that, you have to add more time.
She's showing me this Texas flag.
Okay,
It's
so
all the same.
they're all the same model. They're J&R Smokemasters 250s. This one actually is our old original number 1. And so in 2015 we had a fire.
Okay.
And so we actually lost this pit. And got all the controls got melted, and they've got about a 6-month wait for them. And so what I did is I took this one, ground it all down, back to the sheet metal, bought new motors, replaced everything, and got it back up to manufacturer specs. It's got a bunch of baffles in the back. It took me about 6 weeks to get it all done, but now we've got it going again. These have a lifespan. This one I think was built in about 92, so they will last a long time if you keep the maintenance up.
Awesome. Okay. So the fire was that, and I haven't talked about this too much, but I am an insurance underwriter, so I did comment on this whole setup. This is a good setup. He's got the whole thing in a big storage container here.
So I'd seen one of these containers in Tyler's at a lawn and garden place. I thought it was a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
And these pits are a little smaller than some of the other pits, so I thought this would be a good fit. And so when I got one and measured it out with the container that opens on the long side, they're a little more expensive, but they're super sturdy. Like they stack these 10 high full of stuff, and they've got a weight rating of 66,000 pounds. Wow. So you get 10 of those, that's what, 600,000 pounds? So
Yeah.
most concrete would crush.
Oh yeah.
But some of the other stuff you're talking about being an insurance underwriter, if you notice, we've got a big air gap between the building.
Yep, that's huge.
The other thing,
well over 10 feet.
the placement of this would have actually been better in the corner,
Okay.
but all my electrical power and lines are right over there.
Oh yeah.
And so I moved it out of the way of that just in case. And we've got everything kind of set up so that we don't want to flat fire.
Yeah.
We don't want our guys at station 9 or 5 to have to come visit us in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So even knows where the stations are. And
Yeah.
if I ever get this account from anybody, I'm sharing this video and all of the safety measures here. So to my underwriters that follow me on here, just remember that. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever done, I think. Seeing all this and like actually, talking to someone here.
The people interaction. I love all your videos too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I almost had to go make a sandwich after watching one.
That's awesome. Thanks for the
Thank you
Rex.
very much. Absolutely. Hope you guys have a safe trip.
If you're coming through Amarillo traveling, or if you live here and for some reason haven't been here yet, you got to come check out Tyler's BBQ.